In this video we're going to look at the double decode XSS lab. So I'll launch the lab and I'll try a basic payload. That appears to be sanitized and the source code confirms it's sanitized. So we're going to have to do something more advanced. Now, if we look in DevTools on the Network tab, I'll just refresh so it appears, we can see what was actually sent was not name is less than I, but name is %3ci. This %3c is URL encoding. Now the browser URL bar can be slightly confusing because it's actually displaying the decoded value while it's sending an encoded value on the network. You see, if we actually manually type %3c in here, again visually it shows us less than, but on the network it sends %3c. Now, URL encoding very widely used, and there's a big clue about what we can do in the name of the lab. So if we do %3c, that is a single application of URL encoding. If we actually do that again, then % becomes %25. 3c stays as it is. Okay, so we can try sending that, and something has changed. If we look in the source, we can see that we've smuggled through a less than sign. Now this isn't something that works universally. If we actually go back to the basic reflective XSS lab, if we try the same here, then we don't inject a less than. In fact, actually what happens is that there's a single round of URL decoding, and we actually get %3c. Okay, but in this particular example, double decoding is performed. We've smuggled a less than. Let's smuggle a greater than as well, and we've injected a tag. And we can grab our JavaScript payload. And we can build up that attack. And there we go. So we've injected payload. And just to confirm this works, let's go and paste this as the headless browser. And we've successfully solved the lab. So this behaviour of double decoding, it's not super common, but it happens enough that it's worth testing for. And I think it tends to happen because the first round of decoding is done by a framework and the second round is done by application code. And a little detail to be aware of is that what actually makes it vulnerable is if the order is decode, sanitize, decode. If it's decode, decode, sanitize, that's actually not vulnerable. So this payload may be useful in future testing.